everybody watching this back. This is Wednesday's live stream. If you are watching the playback of this, I'm going to spend the first few minutes saying hi to everybody who joins. So definitely feel free to skip ahead to where we start. Just getting my chat up here. Also, if you are watching the playback, there will be a live chat available to watch, and it'll show the chat in real time as it progressed in the live feed. Oh, should probably turn my volume down. So just wait for a few people to join. I'm a little bit late. The hubby is on his way to the city to pick up some tires, so I had to say goodbye to him. And I actually have the house all to myself right now. My little one is at his grandma's, hubby just left, so I've got a quiet house for a couple hours. Not sure when my mom's going to be dropping the little one off yet though. Welcome to everybody joining. Hey, kitty, kitty. What are you doing? Hi, Louise. Hi, Honey Peaches. Hi, Audrey. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Tracy. Oh, that's okay, hon. Lurk away. Thanks for being here. I hope you're all doing well today. Just gonna wait for a few more people to join. I've got a couple things to get ready here, and then we'll get started. Hi, Kimberly. Hey, Jody. I hope you ladies are doing well today. What's it, Miss Lilo? Come on. Get up here then. Camera might shake there. She's up on the shelf now. Are you gonna keep me company today? Of course, as soon as I start live streaming, she goes into cuddle mode. Oh, that sounds fun, Louise. I want to do that. Christmas is one of my favorite times of year, that's for sure. Hi, Flower Gal. Hold on, just having a couple issues with chat here. Let me just get it back up. I can see my thumbnail didn't upload. YouTube was giving me a few issues this morning. So I did put some options from Victorian Darlings, which is what we're going to be working in today, in on Instagram. And the one that had the most votes for it, actually, I've got it mixed up between two of them. Which one was it? So let me just check here. Okay, yes, it is the bird bath one. So the one that we're going to be doing is this one. And I am super, super excited. There are so many pictures that I love in this book. I think I put like 6 options up on Instagram, and that was narrowed down from, I think, 12. So, well, I definitely won't tattle on you, Kimberly. I think we all need a day for ourselves every once in a while. Oh, Audrey, I'm sorry to hear that, but I will keep you in my thoughts and hope that everything goes well. Yes, Louise, you definitely do. I think everybody needs this book. I absolutely love the Victorian era, and her next book coming out is the Steampunk Darlings, and oh my goodness, I have never been more excited for a Hannah Lynn book. Hi, Robin. Hi, Becca. Thanks for joining. I hope you guys are doing well today. So I can't decide whether I want to use markers for a base or if I want to use my Derwent ink tints. I love using markers, but the bleed through on the pages looks awful, so it bothers my OCD a little bit, so that is my dilemma. Wow, really, Jody? Well, I'm glad that you have one. I have all of them. Or I should say, I have one copy of each of her books. She has 2 that are available in full size and pocket size, but I usually don't get duplicates. So let's dive on in and get started. Oh, hold on 1 second. Hannah posted in her group. Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't anything important. Oh, I do apologize if that was loud. I thought I had my phone on silent, but apparently it's not. Okay, so color-wise, I'm thinking pink and gold for her for the most part. So I think I want her dress for the most part to be pink. And then we'll probably also have pink roses with like a yellow background, I think. Or we could do a darker pink here, lighter pink, and then yellow roses. I think we might do that instead. I think that will tie everything in. Hi, Starbuck. So let me just grab some colors here, and I think, let's see, color-wise, I think I might use the Derwent ink tints. Maybe. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I think we'll use a mixture because I don't really like the yellows that I have in the Touch 5 markers. They're all kind of more orangey than yellow, so we'll use a bit of both. Ooh, that sounds fun, Jody. That book is going on my wish list. I'm usually not one for wallpaper pictures, but seeing the way that Sammy has colored hers, I just kind of can't help but wanting that book. Okay, so with the ink tints, I'm going to grab Sherbet Lemon, I think. And I won't zoom in yet. We're just going to put in some base color, and then I'll zoom in once we actually start coloring. And actually, first thing first, I should probably put some papers in behind this. Okay. So I'm just going to come in on these roses, or I guess they're not really roses, but these flowers. I'm not sure what the name of them is. And I'm just going to pop the sherbet lemon over top of them. Not being very neat about it at all, just kind of roughly. Yeah, I definitely agree, Jody. It looks like a really nice book to color in. I think I need more of those books because I'm finding lately when I'm coloring on my own, I'm kind of preferring something more mindless. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, what are you doing, Missy? Sorry guys, camera's gonna shake. All of Hannah's books or all of the kawaii coloring books, Audrey? It's a little bit hard to tell what's flower and what's leaf here, but I'm just gonna wing it. I almost wish I was born in the Victorian era. The clothes they wore were just amazing. Oh, that sounds nice, Audrey. I apologize if you can hear my neighbor right now. She's out shoveling her driveway. We had a little bit of snow last night, unfortunately. Hi, Nick and Tina. Okay, bye, Audrey. Take care, hun. Good luck. Oh. Miss Lila, what are you doing, honey? What are you doing? I can't see over your big bum here, Missy. What did you find, huh? Oh, you make this very difficult and your tail is bumping my camera. Oh, goodness. She is not taking no for an answer today, this one. What are you doing? What are you doing? goodness. Okay, watch your tail, Missy. Alright, come down on my lap, okay? Not on the desk. You can cuddle in my lap. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm not really sure about the ruffles. We're gonna have 3 different main colors here. I guess I know that this flower on the top of her hat will be yellow. So we're gonna have some goldish yellow accents here, and then light pink and darker pink. But I'm not really sure where that's all going to be, so I'm just gonna leave the ruffles for now. Ouch! Okay, I get that you're happy, but stop digging your claws into me, please. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull out some Touch 5 markers here. And I definitely want the 138 light pink. So let's go ahead and start with that. So I'm going to bring that in here. Ow, Mr. Lilo, stop it. So what's everybody doing today? Oh, that sounds fun. I am not very good with watercolor, but I'd love to practice more with that. I don't want to let the marker dry in any spot here, so I'm just going to kind of be working back and forth in areas like this. That way we avoid streaking. Good work. Fairly quick with these markers, so I apologize. I will check chat after I finish with this pink, or at least get to a place where I can stop for a second. Oh, there she goes. Thank you, Miss Lilo. She's such a sweet cat, but she insists on kneading her paws on my legs, and she has sharp little claws. She doesn't mean to, but it hurts. Thanks, Jody. I didn't know you had another cat. Or maybe I did and I just don't remember. I'm just going to pick up my sherbet lemon again. There was a flower in here that I noticed I missed. It's a little bit there. Once you get the color down, it's a little bit easier to see. Oh, there it is. It's right there, I think. Okay. So we're going to bring in another color of pink here. Let's see. I'm actually kind of thinking about doing an orangey colored pink. Let's activate that yellow first, and then we'll see. So I think an orangey color pink would be a nice complement to both the colors, but I'm a little unsure. Hi, Kim. Oh, that's exciting. I hope she has a blast. Yeah, I've actually never been to a concert either, but I have heard that they are tons of fun. Just gonna take my water brush in here and just quickly go over these flowers and just activate the ink tints. Definitely don't want to linger in any area, that's for sure, because this paper will bleed through very easily. Not that it really matters, I just don't want it to tear. Yeah, I think an orangey pink would definitely go very well with these colors. Hi, Kenny. Thanks for joining, hon. Oh, that's an awesome birthday present. I definitely hope she has a blast, although I think she will. Who is she going to see, do you know? Everlast. It rings a bell. I think I've heard them before. Unless I'm thinking of somebody else. Hold on, let me just Google that for a second here. Okay, yeah. That is a great band. She's got great taste for an 11-year-old. looks pretty good. And it works out for you as well because you get to see them. Hi Nia, thanks for joining, hun. I don't know why I keep wiping my water brush off. I'm only using one color. I think I just kind of get in that habit. And I'm not sure if I want to go for darker colored leaves or lighter colored leaves, so we'll just leave it for now. And I think we will go in with that orangey pink. So I'm going to grab 140 light orange. Oh, that's the wrong end. And we'll just pop that in. I think we'll put this color in here. Catch back up and chat in just a couple minutes after I get this part done. Larger areas are definitely a bit trickier with these markers, that's for sure. And plus, this one feels like it's trying to die on me, and I've hardly used it, so that's always nice. Hi Melissa, thanks for joining, hun. Okay, bye Kenny. Yes, as Robin said, I hope everything's okay. My house is very quiet today. Hubby just left for the city. He found a really good deal on tires that the guy is selling, so he's got like a 4-hour total drive ahead of him there and back, so that'll be fun. And then my little one should be back later, but he had a sleepover at his farm grandma's house last night. So my house is oddly quiet and it's very strange. Okay, that's all I'm sure about for colors for now, so let's pick out some pencils and we'll go in and do some shading. Out of there and clear out some space here. Okay. So let's start on, I want to make 100% sure these yellow flowers are dry. So let's start on the light pink areas. So I want to keep them super light, maybe even lighter than we have here. So I'm going to grab Deco Peach. And let's see, what else do we want here? Maybe some blush pink. And some pink. Maybe one more colors for our darkest shadows. I don't want it to go too dark though. Maybe let's go in with Process Red. I'm just going to sharpen some of these. Hi Precious, thanks for being here. Goodness, my wrists are bad today. I can just hear them crackling away. Okay, so our pink should definitely be dry enough. I'm going to go in first with the Process Red. And actually first I'll zoom in here for you guys. So I don't want very much of this Process Red at all. I'm basically just going to make a line of it on the left side of this line here. And then I'm just going to fade it out super quick, meaning that I'm not going to bring it out really far at all. But I think I also want some shadow in along these ruffles here because they would be laying over the fabric. So we'll put that in as well. Thanks, Precious. I would have just used Touch 5 markers, but I don't like any of the yellows that I have. They're not light enough or bright enough for these flowers, so it's definitely handy to have a few different medium choices, that's for sure. Okay, so for both of these, I have the shadow going in on the left side, and I think we'll do the left side for this one as well. And then we'll start doing it on the right side, I think. And then same on this piece, we're also going to have a little bit of shadow in underneath these ruffles. So I've seen a few of you over in Dee Dee's stream. I was actually able to catch it. I was up early this morning. Of course, the one day that I have to sleep in, because my little one's not here, is the day that I wake up earlier than usual. Isn't that how it always goes? Okay, so after that, we're going to grab our pink. I'm going to blend that into the processed red to kind of lighten it up. And then we'll fade it out a little bit. I think I'm just going to completely cover this area in here. And I'm going to try and save a little bit of a highlight in on this side, I think. But basically, we're just going to bring this out a little bit from our processed red. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad he's doing well. My little niece actually got her first award today in kindergarten, which is quite amazing considering my sister and brother-in-law have been pulled into the office a couple times because of her attitude. She is a very strong-willed child and has been in trouble for hitting and biting kids, which I know isn't funny, but it is a little bit funny to me because I know who her parents are, and they definitely slack quite a bit, so I'm not quite surprised. But to go from being in trouble so much but to getting an award is pretty amazing for her. I think with the pink here, I'm just going to kind of create a shadow, just a very, very slight one in the center of this fabric here, just to give it a little bit of depth. I'm not pushing very hard at all, but I'm just going over it quite a bit to get that cover in there. Hi, Elizabeth. Yes, I'm glad that you're always able to stop by on your lunch break. That is pretty awesome. And again, this Friday, we're going to try again for that evening live stream. So I don't think we have any plans this Friday, so I should be able to actually commit to it this time. And again, it'll be at 8:30 Mountain Standard Time. So we have kind of like a big open space down here. I'm not quite sure what to do with that yet, so I'm just going to avoid it for now and we'll work on the ruffles. So I'm going to grab the blush pink now, and I'm just going to blush this in after the pink. And I want to leave a highlight for our Deco Peach. So I don't want to bring this out all the way. So we'll put it in there and fade it out. Oh, that's awesome, Jody. I think that would be the hardest part. I mean, having teachers that actually understand and are willing to work with the kids. Because if the teacher is not willing to help them, then those poor little things don't stand a chance, especially when they're already faced with difficulties. See, these flowers are going to get tricky too, because not only do I want to have the flowers shaded, but they're also going to be shadowed in here with the folds of the fabric. So that makes it pretty tricky. So that'll be fun to do. Hi, Amberly. That's okay, hun. Lurk away. I was actually at Dee Dee's stream this morning. I was actually able to make one. I think that's the second one I've been able to make it to. And I just lurked for the most part. I had some things to get done. It was nice. Okay, I'm liking how that's looking, so I'm going to go in with the Deco Peach now, and on all of these folds here, I'm just going to use that to just kind of finish them off, blend all the colors together, that kind of thing. Still avoiding that big open area down here. Okay, now here's where it gets a little bit trickier. Welcome back, Robin. Sorry, just 2 seconds, guys. So, how are we going to tackle this big open space here? I'm going to go back in with my process red, and I'm just going to bring this shadow down a little bit. So we're going to have a straight line here, and then we'll fade it out on this side. And I'm going to kind of do the same thing here. I'm going to imagine that this kind of comes out and curves a little bit. So maybe like that. And then I'll just shape that in a little bit as well to create a shadow. Then here in the middle, I'm just going to go in very lightly here and also create just a very slight shadow as well. Again, not pushing very firmly, but I am going to just continuously go over the area until I'm happy with the color. I don't want it too dark, so I just want it to be a slight shadow, as if the fabric just kind of divots in a little bit. Hi Rosemary, I think you're a new face here. Thanks for joining. And then maybe this one as well. I'm not going to bring it all the way down, but we'll just pretend that that one stops here, and then this one, just put that in slightly right there. So that just brings the folds of the fabric down a little bit, which gives us a little bit more room to play around with adding some more interest. So now we got those shadows in, I'm going to go in with the pink. And we're just going to kind of do the same thing that we did up top. So I'm going to bring that pink in over top of the processed red. And then just kind of blend it out. You can also use the pink to bring these shadows down a little bit, and that will help fade these fabric folds out a little bit. That way it looks softer and it's not just a harsh stop, if that makes sense. I was kind of hoping this one got picked. This one or the Balloon Festival one. I'm not going to bring our darker colors out too much. I want to focus more on the lighter colors at the bottom of the dress here. Oh, thank you, Rosemary. Well, I'm glad you decided to chat today. Becca, I've been coloring since September of 2015. So about 3 years, a little over 3 years, I guess now. But that's just adult coloring. I dabbled in the Lisa Frank coloring books pretty much since I was a child. So I don't have any of them now. The last one I had, I think I gave to my nieces when I got into the adult coloring. But yeah, I've pretty much been coloring my whole life, technically. What kind of question is that, Jody? Of course you add sparkles. I don't think a page of yours could go without sparkles. Nobody would know that it was yours. Oh, okay, Elizabeth. Well, have a great day at work, hun. Yes, and I'm pretty sure Lisa Frank had the velvet posters as well too, didn't she? There was one color book artist that I used to color as a kid that did the velvet posters. I'm pretty sure it was her. Those were always fun to do. I'm glad that they still have those around. I think that's probably what I'm going to get my nieces for Christmas, I think. Me and Rain always end up doing Christmas shopping last minute. Usually I paint canvases for everybody. I've done that for the last couple years now, but this year I just do not have the energy to do that, and I've got a couple commissions that I've got to work on anyways, so I'm just going to give everybody like a $20 limit maybe, and then go out. And then next year what we're going to do is every paycheck we're going to pick somebody, and then we're going to buy their Christmas present, so that way we don't have to do it all last minute, and then it doesn't seem like so much. Hey, pretty kitty. I think I want to add a little bit of show. Okay, hold on. Can I move this stuff in the seat? Lilo. Sorry, guys. Patience is not your strongest virtue, is it, kitty cat? Oh my goodness, Jody, I couldn't even imagine that. Last year, Rain and I went Christmas shopping, I think like a week or two before Christmas, and it was so hectic. Oh, it was not fun because like he does not do well in crowds. The more people there are, the grumpier he is, and he's more like, let's get this done now. I want to go home. So he gets like so mad. Yeah, I'm not doing that again this year. I could not imagine how busy it would be on Christmas Eve. Yeah, see, that's awesome, Becca. That's how I want us to be. That way, you know, come Christmas, we don't have a single worry. We've got it all covered. There's no stress. Apologies for her shaking the camera, and if you can hear her, she is bird hunting right now. You are cute, baby girl. So now I'm going to go in with the blush pink, and same as last time, just going to blend that into the pink and fade it out a little bit. I want to leave quite a bit of room for our highlight area. Hi, Sue. Thanks for joining. Hope you're doing well today. It is the cutest thing ever. I love when they do that. Lilo gets so talkative. There was a maple bug in our house, or a June bug, depending on what you call them where you are, if you even have them, and I couldn't figure out why she was talking so much. Like, she's a very talkative cat to begin with, but she's just sitting at the window staring at something, and she is just chirping and meowing away. And I look, and it's this little June bug. And she's just sitting there having like a full out conversation with it. And then she eats it. Hi, Shonda. Thanks for joining, hun. I don't think she'd do very good at bird hunting because she'd kind of tip the birds off by trying to talk to them. And then Rain and I went to our favorite pet store the other day. They house some of the cats from the adoption place here. So that way people can see them and interact with them and hopefully adopt them. So I love going there and playing with the cats. And they actually had a lot. They had 5 there yesterday. And there's this little pure black one. Oh my goodness, if we didn't have 2 cats already, I would so adopt her. She was so cute. She just looked like a little mini panther. Then again, I have a soft spot for black cats. Okay, I think we're good there. Bye, precious hun. Thank you. Hope you have a great evening, sweetheart. Okay, so now we'll go in with the Deco Peach. Put that in for our highlighted areas, and then just kind of blend this into all the colors. Miss Lilo, you sound like you're wheezing a little bit today. It's one thing that worries me about her, though. We adopted her from the animal shelter, so of course they're in with like dozens of other cats, so they do tend to get sick, and she has some respiratory issues that we can't really do anything about. They said that it probably won't affect her lifespan, which is nice, but I still feel bad for the poor thing. And I told Rain that, God forbid, when it does happen, when these two pass on, I want to constantly have 2 cats, and we are going to go in and adopt the oldest cats at the shelter. And we'll just keep doing that for the rest of our lives. Exactly, Shonda. But I don't know, I have a preference for black cats. Probably because I had 2 growing up. One's name was Zambuca, and he was the sweetest little thing. He showed up at our farm one day, and he was way too tiny to be away from his mom. So I took him in, and he was an annoying little thing at first. All he did was cry like the first 3 days. And then finally he settled down. And then I think I had him for like 3 or 4 years before he disappeared or somebody else took him in. He refused to stay inside, so he was always out wandering, which I didn't worry about because we were in a small town, but I think somebody picked him up. And he would suck on a blanket. He had his own blanket, and he would suck on it and do the happy dance, even as a big old tomcat. Oh, that's awesome, Shonda. Hold on, let me go to your channel. And I shall subscribe. If anybody else wants to share any of their information, whether it be Instagram or YouTube or anything, feel more than free. I'm just going to go in with my pink here. I'm just going to blend out a couple of these shadows that I think fade too quickly here. Yeah, always feel welcome in any stream. You guys remember, if you want to share any of your information, go ahead. I am not one of those YouTubers that has a problem with it. You know, as long as you're not spamming everybody with it. Okay, I think that turned out pretty good. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing up here. That's one thing that I love about cats, Jody, is you don't really pick your cats, they pick you. Yeah, Robin, it breaks my heart to see all those older cats, knowing that they're probably not going to get adopted. The great thing about our shelter here is it's a no-kill shelter, so they basically just live out the rest of their lives there, but that is my dream, to kind of give them a forever home for the rest of their lives, however long or short it might be. And it's a beautiful thing, but it's also a very sad thing. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be worth it. Oh, that's cute, Robin. Yeah, that's how my Buka was. He'd suck on his blanket and pretty much everything else. Thanks, Sue. Oh, I totally understand that, Louise. I was devastated when my Buka, he didn't really pass away that I'm aware of. I like to think that he got taken in because he almost got catnapped a couple times. People always thought that he was a stray, but after he kind of disappeared, I was a little bit of a mess. But I don't know. Things always work for a reason, because that is around the time that I met Rain, who had Boomer. He's our pit bull, and Boomer is not really a cat dog. And yeah, I wouldn't have been able to keep Buka and move in with Rain anyways, so kind of worked out, I guess. Just gonna come in and just put some random shadows in here. Yeah, Amberly, this is from Victorian Darlings. I'm not sure of her name though. Let's check here. She is Tillie. So I wonder if Sammy colors this page, if she'll use colors from her Tillie. Oh, that's one other thing. When we were at the pet store yesterday, they had these two little budgies. I'm pretty sure they were budgies. There was a yellow and green one and a blue and white one. And I have a video of it. Unfortunately, it's not the best quality because every time I got my camera too close to their cage, they would stop and be more interested in the camera. But they're just kind of sitting on their perch and they're just chirping at each other and they kept kissing. And oh my god, it was so cute. I could watch it for hours. They're just like singing to each other, giving each other little kisses. It was adorable. So I told the lady at the front desk not to let anybody buy just one of them. They had to be sold as a pair. I'm going in with the pink now, and I think pretty much everywhere else on her hat here, I'm just going to fill this in with the pink because it's kind of underneath, so I don't want it to be too light. I think for the most part on her upper body area here on the dress, I'll just color that in with the pink as well. And then on her sleeves, I'm just going to kind of lightly blend in these colors from darkest to lightest, and we'll try and fit in some of the lighter colors if we can. Her sleeve that's farther away, I'm not going to worry too much about fitting all the colors, but I will leave a little bit of highlight for our next color, which is the blush pink. That's awesome, Shonda. I love parrots. My step-grandparents have 2 parrots, and my father-in-law and stepmother-in-law have a parrot as well. They are very interesting little critters. Thanks, Jody. I don't know why, but a lot of the pages that I look at in this book, these are the colors that I see. That or like another color that I see kind of in my mind's eye throughout this book is like browns and baby blues. Is this a trick question, Robin? I don't think I'd mind having lips like that. has, well, maybe a little bit more of an upper lip, but she's got very full bottom lips, that's for sure. But I think with our realistic features and then having lips like that, we'd all kind of look ridiculous. Hi, Barbara. Thanks for joining. Okay, so I think that's it for those colors. For now, anyways, because I'm not really sure what color to do these frills or the lines or her ribbons and stuff. Oh, that's cool, Shonda. My parents live on a farm too, so they raise chickens and cows and pigs. They've got a couple farm cats there, and they've got 3 border collies. I always love going out there. Oh, I just realized I kind of missed the spot here, so I'm just going to grab my pink, and I'll just use that to burnish this area. Okay, I think I want to move on to these flowers. Dark pink, Jody? Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. I'm going to get pretty much all of her outfit colored except those bits before we make a final decision though. I'm very uncertain. I know everything else that I have colored in is going to look great, but stuff like that I feel like can kind of make or break a picture sometimes. Well, not really the picture, but her outfit anyways. So for these flowers, I want them to have a little bit of an orange tone just to kind of complement the orangish pink that we're going to have here. So I think I'm going to grab yellowed orange. And then I want to keep these flowers very bright and vibrant. So we'll grab sunburst yellow. Definitely canary yellow, because that's a really bright one. And then I think lemon yellow. Or, actually, let's go with deco yellow. It's more pastel, whereas the lemon yellow is kind of like neon. I know what you meant there, Jody. It either works or it doesn't. It definitely is, Barbara. I agree with you there. It's interesting how we all see colors differently. That's why it's always nice. I love the color alongs in the Hannah Lynn group because I love seeing the different ways that everybody colors the same picture. It's definitely fun to see. Just sharpening these pencils here. Becca, I have the full 150 set of Prismas. Thanks to my best friend. We waited till they were on sale and he wanted to get me these pencils. So we waited quite a while, and actually I think like a month before my birthday they went on sale, and they dropped from, I think it was about 170 or 180 down to 120. So it's a pretty good deal. And then he went and grabbed them, and I am super grateful. Thanks, Rosemary. I do too, Barbara. My color bias is I usually love pinks and blues and purples, basically like the lighter colors. I love browns and greens too, like neutral, but the ones that I really don't like are usually like yellows and oranges and reds. I don't know why, but I just find them really hard to harmonize with other colors. I'm the same way, Barbara. I think it's a good thing. It's also always good, though, to go out of your comfort zone and try different colors, though, too. Oh, that's good, Becca. I would love to do that, but in Canada here, they don't. Oh, bleh. They don't offer all of the colors open stock. I think they only offer about, I'd say like maybe 30 of the colors. So there is one place in Alberta, which is where I am, where you can get get them all open stock, but it's like 8 hours away from me, so I'm gonna go in with the yellowed orange here, and I'm pretty much just going to add a shadow to all of the insides of these flowers. Everywhere that it looks like they're coming out from behind, there's going to be a little bit of a shadow. I definitely agree, Mia. Some of my favorite pages were actually colored with really cheap budget brand pencils, and they look amazing. Hi, Charlotte, sweetheart. How are you today, hon? I think it's about the same for me too, Shonda. My closest Michaels, we don't go by miles here, but my closest Michaels is probably 130 kilometers away. I'm not sure how much that would be in miles. Probably pretty close. Thankfully, we usually go to that city quite a bit, so. Hoping to at least get her clothes finished on stream today. And then I think I'm finally set up to start recording our Christmas color along, which I totally forget which one was picked. I think it was Holly Wreath Fairy from the Hannah Lynn book. So excited to get that on the go because I know next month I'm not going to feel like recording anything. On these little crisscross areas, just come put a shadow on all these little bits that come in from behind something. Oh, careful, Missy. Why do you always do that? Goodness. All right, come on then. Oh, 2 seconds. Are you out of water, miss? Yeah? Okay, let's get you some. Oh, you are very welcome. Here you go. Have better. not even sure if we'll be able to fit all of those colors that I picked out on these flowers, but we'll just do what we can with them. I think I'm probably going to veto out the starburst yellow, or yeah, sunburst yellow. Don't think we'll need that one. I think I'm also going to, in these areas here, I'm going to come in along these lines if it goes across the flower, and I'll create a little bit of a shadow there like that, just so it kind of matches up and doesn't look too strange with having the pink fabric shadowed and then not having the flowers shadowed. It kind of look weird, I think. Yeah, she's very, very talkative, Jody. You can sit there and talk to her for like half an hour and she'll keep meowing back at you. She's come quite a long ways, that one. When we adopted her, she was very, very skittish, and now she's just got her own little personality. She's not afraid of nothing. I almost miss when she used to be shy. She's still weird around people, though. If she's outside and she sees somebody that she doesn't know walking on the sidewalk or anything, she books it back inside the house. So at least I don't have to teach her about stranger danger. Charlotte, little man, is at my mom's house today. He should be back within an hour or two, I think. He wanted to have a sleepover over there. So he got to doctor up some pre-frozen pizzas last night with my mom, and she let him wash the measuring cups and stuff for dishes, which he absolutely loves washing dishes. So he's just having a blast out there. He's not even going to want to come home. So yeah, my house is really quiet, and then my hubby is on his way to the city right now to pick up some tires, so I got the whole house to myself, just me and the cats. Which is actually pretty nice, because it doesn't happen very often. Yeah, it's pretty funny because my mom said, I think it was last month or the month before, that she wasn't having any more kids sleep over for the rest of the year. But Carbon is the exception because he's the well-behaved one. He doesn't listen to me very good, but he'll listen to her. These flowers here, I'm going to do the same thing that we did with the pink. I'm going to create a little bit of shadow coming in underneath these ruffles, and actually do the same thing with these flowers over here as well. I always find it super, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like mesmerizing watching just a straight bland color like this yellow kind of come to life just with a little bit of shadowing. It's almost like magic. Oh, that's awesome, Shonda. I hope you have a great day, hun. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, he's got a great relationship with my mom. He's kind of spoiled too because he's the only boy in the family. We've got a lot of girls. Pretty much all the grandbabies are girls except for him. So there's 7 grandkids, 6 of them are girls. And then it's kind of the same for my mom. She's got 2 girls. There's me and my sister, and then she's got my brother. Which is part of why I'm not going to try again, because my sister got 4 girls, so she's going to have all the girls. If I had another one, it would be boy. I would have all boys. And then my brother, if he ever finds somebody to have kids with, he'd probably have one of each. So I don't think I could handle another boy. If I die, it's going to be because Carbon has no fear and gave me a heart attack. That's for sure. Hi, Shara. Yeah, Jody, they definitely have a way of getting to you, huh? They just pull that cute face. I know mine tries to do it with my mom all the time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Rain's mom, though, she is the sucker. She can't even punish that kid. If she actually had to punish him, she would probably cry. My mom, on the other hand, if Carbon is being bad, she'll give him crap before I even get a chance to. Yeah, magic that you have to work for. It's worth it, though. Aww. Well, it'll be fun when she can, though, Charlotte. I am the same way, Jody. My girls can't get me to do anything just by pulling a cute face. They have to earn it. And they know that. But at the same time, they seem to respect you a lot more when you don't just give in and give them everything either, so. Okay, we're gonna go in with the canary yellow now, and I'm just gonna bring this out from everywhere that we've put our darkest color. I'm not going to bring it out all the way though. Oh, yeah, that just broke. I'm going to try and save a little bit of highlight area for our lightest color. Although anywhere that we can't, not a huge deal. Well, that's good, Shara. You're pretty lucky then. That's what my mother-in-law tries to say, even though it's not true. In her case, I had to give her crap the other day. She was downstairs with Carbon, and I don't know what Carbon wanted her to do, but she wouldn't do it. And so he tells her that he's going to hit her, and she just laughs. It's like, no, you can't do that. He cannot be talking to you like that. You need to stand your ground and be firm and let him know that that's not okay. But she will not do it. And she thinks she's being mean, which actually she doesn't realize. She makes it harder on Carbon because he gets away with that stuff with her, and then he tries it on Rain and I, and then he will get in trouble because we will not put up with that. So it's an ongoing battle to try and get her to actually kind of give him trouble when he deserves it. And then I always laugh when she tries to pull the "but I'm his grandma" card. I don't have to punish him because, like I said, my mom will step in and punish him before I even get a chance to if he's acting like that. Oh goodness, 8. That's a lot, Jody. I totally understand that, Shara. I know with my nieces, I barely have to punish them. I had to the first few times when they stayed with me, because they get away with a lot with their mom and dad, so they try and get away with it here too, but I won't have none of it. Once they've realized that, though, I didn't really have to punish them much at all, because they don't even try anymore. They're just angels now. Oh, this dang yellow just keeps breaking on me. Oh my goodness, okay. No, I am done with that one for now. We are going to switch to my replacement. And actually here, I'm quickly going to pick up my yellowed orange again. And I kind of forgot to do those fabric lines on these flowers. There we go. Oh my goodness, I have an eyelash that is out of place and it is driving my eye crazy. Exactly, Shara. That's what I try to tell my mother-in-law too. You know, she's only has to stand her ground a few times before he realizes that she's serious. And then all she'll have to do is say something and he'll straighten up. Usually, unless he's in the mood to kind of push it, which happens sometimes, but not very often. I mean, especially with a 4-year-old, that's the age where they do try and test their boundaries as much as they can. I think with mine too, though, he's an only child, so he's kind of used to getting spoiled and getting all the attention, so I think he pushes a little bit more than other kids probably would. Oh, that's so cute, Charlotte. Baby giggles definitely are the best. Carvin used to do this, we called it his dolphin laugh. And I don't really think it was it was like a real laugh, but it wasn't his real laugh. So he'd like make this little dolphin noise. And he did that pretty much the whole time as a baby, except for one time. My mother-in-law's cousin came over. And I don't know what it was. I think Carvin was I think he was a little bit over a year, maybe not even quite a year. And I don't know if it was this guy's, the way he talked or his voice, or if Carvin was overtired, but this guy would just talk to him and he would just squeal and giggle. So I'm like holding him and Carvin's just laughing and I'm crying from laughing so much. Thank God we got it on video because that is the only time as a baby that he actually really laughed. Oh, hey Connie. I don't know if I said hi to you or not. If I did, never mind me. If I didn't, then hi, welcome. I have a very bad memory, so if I missed you, I do apologize. Okay, so lastly, we're going to go in with the Deco Yellow, just in around our highlighted areas. We're just going to kind of blend that in. to our other colors. I'm not being too neat with this. Just gonna kind of pop that color in there. I was hoping to have all her clothing finished by the end of this stream, but I'm not sure if we'll get there. Does anybody know if Kate's streaming today? I keep telling you guys that she's gonna stream and then she doesn't. So I kind of feel bad. The last couple times she hasn't been on. Yeah, Shara, I'm in Canada. Alberta, to be specific. So what do you guys think? Dark leaves or light colored leaves on her dress? I think either would look good. I'm leaning more towards light colored leaves, but I'm not really sure. Connie, it's definitely getting chilly. I'm not sure what the weather is today. Let me just look. It's -11 here today, which would be about almost 0 degrees in Fahrenheit, I think. Oops. So yeah, it's a little chilly. And there's lots of snow. Okay, bye, Kimberly. You have a great rest of the day too, hun. Oh, yes, an olive color would be really nice, actually. I didn't really think of that. I think that's a great idea. Yeah, definitely burr. And it's only gonna get worse. What do you think? Should we stickle up these flowers a little bit? It definitely is, Becca. Okay, bye, Amberly. Have a great day, sweetheart. Yeah, I totally get that, Charlotte. Yes, Barbara, it definitely does. Okay, well, I think we can move on to our orange colored pink here, which I'm not really sure on what colors. Let me see, we'll definitely have salmon pink in there for sure. Other than that, though, I'm not really sure what to use to achieve the color that I kind of have in my mind. Let's actually grab Nectar, which I think I have out already. Okay, so we'll grab Nectar, salmon pink, and maybe the peach. Oh, I have that one out already too. Okay, and I think we'll just keep it to that, just those three colors. Yeah, I already knew your answer, Jody. Okay, stickles for sure then. Okay. So we'll just work on a little bit at a time here. We'll finish off her hat, work our way down, and then put stickles on, and then we'll probably be at the end of the stream, I think. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the Nectar, and I'm going to come in from either side here. Quite firmly at first, and then I'm going to fade it out. And this part of the brim of her hat here, I'm just going to completely color this in with the Nectar. I want it to be pretty dark. I'm going to come shade in either side here on her hat. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Go in on either side. I'm going to bring it up on this side and kind of fade it a little bit underneath her ribbon here. So this is blending a little bit into the colors that we already have down. So that's why I'm explaining it in such depth, because I'm not sure if you can really see it. Oh, Jody, you are sweet. Okay, we're going to go in with the salmon pink now, and I'm just going to blend that in and over top of the Nectar, and then we'll bring it down a little bit, fade it out. I'm going to leave a little bit of a highlight here for our lightest color, which actually I'm not sure if I want the lightest color to be peach now. No, yeah, we'll keep the lightest color as peach. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing on the rest of her hat. Just trying to save a little bit of room for our highlight. I'm going to go really lightly in with the peach just because I feel like it might be darker than our salmon pink. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Just get that peach in there, I think. There's not too much contrast, but I think it still looks pretty good. Okay, we'll move on to here. And for this, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop some Nectar in on the bottom part of all of these lines. Kind of fade it down a little bit. And then I'm just going to color the rest in with the salmon pink. Just because there's not really much room in there to add much more than that. Charlotte, this is Victorian Darlings by Hannah Lynn. same thing back to our nectar. I'm going to color in the left side of this line here. Pretty much that whole side, and then follow all the way down with the nectar. Just going to create a shadow. And then we'll fade it out. And I think this spot too, I'm just going to color completely in with the salmon pink. Just because again, there is not much room. Oh, that's okay, Charlotte. I'm going to enable you and say that you should definitely grab this one though. It's an absolutely gorgeous book. Then again, my opinion when it comes to Hannah's pictures are quite biased. So, I'm just going to bring this kind of shadowed line down a little bit. And for the most part, we're going to color on the right side of the majority of these lines and then just slightly fade it out. Bring that one down all the way to the end of the frame here. That's a great idea, Charlotte. It's definitely worth the cost for the PDF a lot more, just because you have an unlimited amount of copies and you can print on better paper, which is always awesome. I would do it that way, I just don't have a computer. Well, sorry, I do have a computer. I mean, I don't have a printer that works with ink right now. And I'm not really good at paper, so I'm not really sure what paper that I'd even use anyways. And I'm OCD, I like collecting the books. It's definitely a nice option, and if I was better equipped for it, that is probably how I would do it as well. Actually, if I had the cash, I'd probably do it both ways. I would have the books just for my collection, and then I would color in the PDF copies printed on better paper. So just going in with the salmon pink here, same as always, I'm just bringing it out a little bit from the nectar and fading it out. As you can probably tell, I'm not being too neat with this. I'm working quickly for a reason, just so I can't be a perfectionist. The faster I work, the less perfect it is, which is what I want. Hiya, May! Thanks for joining, hon. Gonna try and save highlight where I can. If I can't, not a huge deal. I think the peach and the salmon pink are really close in color anyways, so. And then lastly, we'll come in with the peach and just kind of pop this in where we haven't colored yet, and we'll just blend it into that salmon pink. May, do you know if Kate's streaming today? I always say that she's on after me, but the last couple of times she hasn't actually streamed, so I feel bad giving everybody false information. I haven't heard anything. I suppose I can say Kate is supposed to be on after me, so you can definitely keep a lookout for her. There, I'm super happy I was actually able to achieve that colored look. I could envision it in my head. It was a little bit tricky to pick out colors for it, but I think it definitely worked out. Okay, so we're pretty much almost at time here. Yeah, please, May, if you don't mind, sweetheart, that'd be great. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually going to grab, I think it was Jody's idea for the dark pink ruffles. I think we're definitely gonna do that. So I'm just going to grab my markers here. I've got a bunch of Crayola Super Tips. Might use that or a fine liner, depending on if I have the right color. Let me just see what color that one is. I kind of like that. Okay, I think I'm going to go with this Crayola Super Tips. So I'm not really sure what color it is, of course, because they don't have the colors on them. But it's kind of like a purpley pink color. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move back up to her hat here, and I'm just going to come in and just kind of color in these little dots here. Of course, if you are following along, the dots look good just as is as well, but I don't know, this is what my gut's telling me to do, so I'm just going to follow it. I don't actually use them very much, Jody. Usually just for things like this, if I want like accents or something, or something colored in a solid color. I actually got these for my little one. Usually when he makes birthday cards and stuff, I usually give him my Super Tips and he just goes crazy. They definitely are, Jody, and super inexpensive too, which is nice. I keep these specifically for his card making because he is pretty arty, but he doesn't really like to sit down for a long period of time or to put much effort into it. So when he just wants to color, I give him just some crayons. And then when he's making cards, I'll let him use these. So he gets the feeling that these are like special stuff to use. So then he really wants to get into it. And then we end up with some awesome cards. So. There. So when we do the frills on her dress, just kind of match it to this color. I know it looks a little bit strange for now, but next time when we do those frills, I think it'll really come together. Oh, okay. Thanks, May. Hope she's feeling well. Okay, so lastly, we're going to go in with some stickles. I'll just find a color here. So we could do gold or a greeny yellow. I'm not really sure which one. I kind of like both. I think they both would look interesting. We could also do clear, which might work a little bit better actually. I don't think it gets much better than that, Nia. Both. Well, we could actually. Yeah, let's do both. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the gold one first. And I'm just going to kind of stagger them. So I'm going to come in and just kind of put just some random dots all over the flower, and then just kind of use the nozzle of these stickles to kind of spread it around. Okay, and then put some gold ones on this flower. And maybe this one here. A little bit here. I definitely agree with you there, Jody. Okay, and then I'm going to switch to this greenish yellow colored one. I'll just kind of dot that in on this flower, spread them around. I don't usually go too crazy with my stickles. I like to keep them pretty simple. Might have been a little too much there though. I'm definitely glad that we're adding the stickles here just so you guys can get a little visual. How pretty is that? Okay, so just carry on. I'm going to stick with the green one for now. And just kind of pick out some random flowers here. Switch back to the gold for the last two flowers up here. Thanks, Shara. I actually do too. They look very, very similar, and they actually really complement each other. And it kind of works out too because we'll have those little touches of green in on the leaves. So I think it'll all kind of work well together. Okay, these bits here, I'm gonna do this one gold. I'm gonna try very carefully not to get any stickles on the black lines here though, of the folds of the fabric. It's probably easier said than done, and I don't know if there's any reason to it. I just feel like I probably shouldn't. So do that one gold, maybe this little one gold here, and then we'll do the other one with green. And let's do this big flower here with gold and the other two with green. Just kind of keep randomly picking them out. Let's do this little one down here with the gold, and then this big one. I want to do, I think this one, this little one in gold too. Do this big one here, gold. Maybe this one too. And this little one. Why not? And these two. I'll do this big one, I think. Okay, and then on all the other ones, we'll go in and do the green color. So I have to be careful not to drag my hand through. Okay. Oh, I was there too. I can't remember her name. I want to say her name was Kim something. I could be wrong though. Okay, zoom out. So here's her dress almost finished, looking absolutely gorgeous. And I think that's all we're gonna do for today. Next time we'll finish the dress and get started on maybe her skin and some of the background. I'm pretty excited. We'll probably use some Wink of Stella in the bird bath here on the water, which will be fun. And I'm also thinking maybe like a morning sunrise background, which should look really pretty. So lots of light blues, light greens. We'll definitely do these leaves in here, an olive green, and then maybe match it with a little bit of olive tones in the tree. So super excited. I think this one is going to turn out amazing. Thanks everybody for joining and for watching. Yeah, Kate's not streaming tonight, so if you guys can make it to my impromptu Friday stream, it's going to be at 8:30, or no, sorry, 8 Mountain Standard Time. So if you're up for that, feel free to come join. So yeah, thanks again everybody, and I will hopefully see you guys Friday. If not, I'll see you next Monday. Okay, bye!